One play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3 now. From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Putting a receiver in motion. On 3rd down, here's Nix. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Now Nix on 3rd down. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up and now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
This is Walker on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt reaches 50 yards. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. On 1st down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Another carry for him. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from the 41. They send a man in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Denver in just a minute. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. This time it's a passing play. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They've got 1st down from the 31. Running this one left. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or where they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
They've got a man in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
He's got Bellinger. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Man in motion here. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Another chance for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos take a 13-0 lead. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. We've got a screen to the running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 28. Gets this to Fant. Now here he goes down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Hauled in left side. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Short pass brought in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks make it a one-score game before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
We give up the gut to Walker. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Running with Walker again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Quickly out to the right, complete. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Broke through the tackle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Jukes one defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Staying with Walker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 11. Walker hauls it in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with fans. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Walker now from the gun. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
He finds Fant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Nix from the gun. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there and just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Nix now to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who senses the need for a splash play and delivers. Could not beat the defender there. So 2nd down coming up. Here's Walker running right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Motion man sent left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Play action with Nix. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually, so 2nd down coming up. Nicks off the play action. Gets everything he has under this throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Walker on 1st down. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Now looking to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send him left out of the slot. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Offense up to the line fast. They put a receiver in motion here left. 3rd and short here, trying to pass. He's going to loft one deep to the... Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Broncos get it back on the final play of the quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
They give it to him again. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff now to the receiver. And he gets them the first. Not the biggest gain on the reverse, but it got what they needed.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the market, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Back to the well again. Into the 2nd level past the 30. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Finds a man right side. Makes the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Extremely important moment here for the Seahawks as they go for 2. Flying forward on the ground. He's not able to get in, but there's a flag down. We're going to wait to see if they get another shot. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, here's Nix. Now to That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Running this one left. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came in the perfect time. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the